Hello cyclists! Today the newest model from the Ado family, it's the Ado Air1 Pro. And the Pro, in my opinion, it stands for professional, because as you can see there's a lot happening on the bike, because there's a new rear carrier and a new front carrier and transport system. So you do have all the options to transport whatever you're looking for, whether it's a child seat, a dog basket, a regular basket in the front or in the back, panniers, backpacks. And Ado offers you, if you want to, a whole new range of accessory of bags and baskets. Or you can choose, due to the fact that it's a mixed system, which is an industry standard, you can go to every bike shop and choose your own accessories and parts like panniers, baskets, etc. So no matter, and this is what Ado says and thinks, no matter what you're up to with your bicycle, you can be prepared with the new model, with the Ado Air1 Pro and all the accessories. For me, super important, how does the bicycle ride? The Ado Air1 Pro, the newest kit in Hamburg, the newest addition to the Ado family, comes with a modular setup. So you do have a carrier in the front that is mounted on the frame, so you don't feel any weight on your handlebars. And there's a rear carrier, a standard rear carrier in the back. And it has an own Ado system, but also like a mixed system. So therefore you can put everything you wish for on your bicycle, like a child seat, panniers, bags, backpacks, baskets. So it gives you all the freedom you need if you really do want to transport a lot and different things. And at the moment I'm equipped with a foldable basket in the front, and there's a lot of my equipment stuff that's rather small in it. And in the pannier in the back there's like my tripod, which is massive in my opinion, and also the Ado backpack. I don't feel anything. It's like as if I'm not loaded. Ado offers, like all the models I did test so far, a very comfortable, very well balanced riding experience. And balanced, for me, this means that the bicycle is not overpowered. So the motor is very strong with 40 Newton meters, because the bike is lightweight and it's for city, I would say for commuters that live in the city and urban surroundings. But due to the fact that you have two different modes, so you can choose between the eco mode and the sport mode. And within those modes, you do have 3 levels of pedal assistance. So as I still want to exercise and want to use my muscle strength, most of the time I'm in the eco mode in level 1 or now in level 2, because there's a steeper part. But if you're like heavy loaded, or if you do have longer distances and you need more support, or maybe also help-wise, then you can go into the sport mode and you have another 3 modes of pedal assistance. So therefore, depending on how you want to ride your bicycle or how you commute or your tours, you have a lot of flexibility. And the specialty of Ado is that they do have a cooperation with Bafang, and they developed a automated 2-gear Bafang motor that is located in the rear, so you feel a bit like being pushed. And the motor swaps, I think it is like around 12-13 kilometers an hour. And I can go, let me give it another few pedals. Yeah, so I'm 26-27 kilometers, and there's still room for more, so I could even go faster. But of course the motor only supports you up to 25 kilometers, which is allowed in the EU, so the motor has 250 watt-hours. The whole riding position is as I prefer it, and I always recommend it if you do live in the city, very upright, because then you see what's happening around you. And the handlebar is pretty broad and bent backwards, so therefore, in my opinion, it's the most comfortable one, because My wrists, my shoulders, my neck, everything is relaxed and feels really good and not tight at all. This was like the steep part I was talking about, but it was like super easy because the motor has a torque sensor, and the torque sensor gives you a very natural riding experience. So I had to push a bit harder into my pedal to tackle this teeny tiny steep hill. And due to the torque sensor, the motor felt that I need more support, and I got it. So it was super easy. You do have like a very sportive, agile, but yet comfortable bicycle that offers you different accessories. As you saw, most of the time I have the basket in front, which is foldable, because for me the basket was super easy solution because I could just put in my handbag or my own backpack. But Ado also offers an own backpack, which is, and this is pretty clever, has an own mechanism so you can attach it to the frame, which is located here in the back, and you can easily make it disappear just closing the zipper, and then your bag is protected with this cushion, and you can use the backpack, for example, if you want to go to work, because there are a lot of compartments inside for your iPad, for your notebook, pens, etc., etc. So you're very well equipped. I don't know if there's going to be another solution, but I was a bit confused what to do with all the handles, also here in the back with the pannier. But I talked to Ado and they told me those are still prototypes. So maybe it's a combination of me not figuring it all out and they're still working on the final whole new range. So super important for me that the whole carrier is attached to the frame, so the weight is not on your handlebars, because every now and then I see it when people have all the weight, the basket on the handlebars attached. Not so easy to drive very steady and safe. Besides the panniers, the backpack and the basket, there's also an eye. I did hide it inside the pannier. You do have an extra bag that you can also attach to the front, and it's insulated. So if you want to go on tour in the summer and you bring your water or your drinks or your food, you can just store it in here and it will stay fresh and cool. You know, there's always like the design choice. To be honest, it's not like the perfect design for me, but as you know, I'm very special and I always want to arrive in I rather arrive in style than arriving with practical accessories. But hey, that's super individual, and as you probably know, I prefer, as I just told you, having the basket in front and then popping in my backpack or my leather handbag. But let's dive into the other features, parts and accessories. Super important, especially here in Germany, that it is compliant for the law, and it has LED lights in front and in the back, so absolutely ticks the boxes. You also have indicators. So you have a little switch underneath the display and you can show your fellow traffic participants where you're going, whether it's left or right, but I would always recommend always use your arms and your hand, because I bet the majority of people do not really know and will not really have a closer look at your rear light. And if you really want to drive regularly, no matter how the weather is, it has, attention, metal fenders in the front and in the back that keep you safe and clean. Well, the rain comes from every direction in Hamburg, so it will maybe keep your feet a bit drier, but at least cleaner. And they were very stiff and steady, so I was cycling even over really bad cobblestone and I didn't hear any rattle. Also super cool and important for me, because most of the time I share my bicycles with my husband and my son, is that you can adjust the height of the handlebars, super easy with the quick release, and also you can adjust the height with the seat post, which is of course also the battery. So concerning the battery, you're super flexible concerning how you charge it. You can charge the battery directly when it's still in the bike, or you take out the battery. Of course, The quick release for the battery comes with a little key, so you can lock it so no one can take out one of the most important and most expensive parts of your bicycle. The bicycle comes in two different color options. In this, I would call it like lime. It's yellow with a little touch of green and a match gray. And I really like the design of the ADOs. As you can see, the frame, the alloy frame, is very beautiful, manufactured, and it always has the special ADO design. At the moment, ADO offers an early bird price, so this bicycle would cost 1,699 euros, and if you're watching this video a bit later, the price will approximately be around 1,899 euros. But I would always recommend check out the website of ADO, because every now and then they offer a special promotion. This is also relevant if you do follow them on the social media channels, so always check out what ADO is offering you. I told you that this bicycle is probably a universal everything, because I mean, you can do like go to work, commute, you can use it for child transport, you can do weekend trips, you can do your groceries. For me, the Ado Air1 Pro ticks a lot of boxes. It is a universal everything. Maybe you start with a bike that is for child transport, but when your children start cycling on your own, you have a perfect companion if you go to work, if you do the groceries, if you maybe get a dog. It has all the parts that do not need so much attention. So you have big fat tires that are puncture proof, you have a belt drive, you have the integrated gearing system, the automated 2 gears. That's one of the ships here on the River Elbe, if you did just hear the horn. So for me, it's a really cool package. This bicycle, of course, is not very lightweight. It weighs, I think, about 25 kilograms, depending on what you have mounted, can be even heavier. So if you really want to carry it upstairs, I'm not 100% sure if this is the right choice for you. But one thing super important, you have all the flexibility because you can take out the battery, super important. But otherwise, I think this can be a really nice addition to your everyday cycle life. So for me, definitely 2 thumbs up, ADO, good job.